Let's go to guided practice 2. Peter, the principal of a college, believes that there is an associate between the score in a mathematics test, X, and the time taken to run 500 meters, Y, seconds, of his students. The following paired data are collected. It can be assumed that XY follows a bivariate normal distribution with the product moment correlation coefficient rho. A1. State suitable hypotheses HO and H1 to test Peter's claim using a two-tailed test. Means we got to use rho is not equal to 0. HO, rho equals 0. H1, rho is not equal to 0. Carry out a suitable test at the 5% significance level with reference to the p-value. State your conclusion in the context of Peter's claim. Let's put the data into spreadsheet and figure out p-value. Click on 1, no. Go to 4, spreadsheet. Put this A and B instead of XY. Type in the data. Go to menu, go to 4, go to 4 again. Go to A, Linear Regression t-test. X list is A. Y list is B. H1 its rho is not equal to 0. Okay. We got p-value equals 0.649. Let's draw the conclusion. Since 0.649 greater than 0.05, fail to reject HO. Let's check the claim. Peter believes there is an association between math test score and the time taken to run 500 meters. So this is the claim. Fail to reject HO means we are not in favor of H1. Not enough evidence to suggest that there is an association between mathematics test score and the time taken to run 500 meters. Let's go to B. Peter uses the regression line of y on x as y equals 0.248x plus 83.0 and calculates that a student with a mathematics test score of 73 will have a running time of 101 seconds. Comments on the validity of his calculation. Since we already concluded that there is no association between the two variables, or the two variables are independent of each other, so it's invalid to use the regression line. Let's go to guided practice 3. Julian obtained a list of email addresses of doctors who worked in her city. She contacted them and asked them to fill in an anonymous questionnaire. Participants were asked to state their annual income and to respond to a set of questions. The responses were used to determine a happiness score out of 100. Julian's results are summarized in the following table. Determine the value of R. Pearson's product moment correlation coefficient. Annual income, let's use A. Happiness, let's use H. Type in the data. Then go to menu, go to 4, go to 1, go to 3, linear regression. X list is A, Y list is H. Then enter. We got this R equals 0.569. Julian decides to carry out a hypothesis test on the correlation coefficient to investigate whether increased annual income is associated with greater happiness. This means we want to check there is a positive correlation between annual income and happiness. So rho greater than 0. State why the hypothesis test should be one-tailed. Because we are looking for the evidence of positive correlation. Let's go to B2. State the null and alternative hypothesis for this test. HO, rho equals 0, H1, rho greater than 0. B3, the critical value for this test at a 5% significance level is 0.549. Julian assumes that the population is bivariate normal. Determine whether there is a significant evidence of a positive correlation between annual income and happiness. Justify your answer. Let's draw this diagram. We know this is a right-tailed test. Alpha equals 0.05. Critical value K equals 0.549. We need to check the t-value. Let's go to calculator. Menu, go to for statistics, go to for stat tests. Let's go to A, linear regression t-test. X list is A. Y list is H. Check this H1. We are looking for the positive correlation. So rho greater than 0. Enter. Then we got this t-value equals 1.96. P-value equals 0.0429. Even you are given this critical value, you can still use p-value to work this out. In this video, I will use this critical value. T equals 1.96. T equals 1.96. Fall on this rejection region. So we can draw this conclusion. Since 1.96 greater than 0.549, reject HO. Let's go back check the claim. We know H1 is the claim. Reject HO means we are in favor of H1. So conclusion will be enough evidence to show that increased income is associated with greater happiness. If you use p-value and significance level alpha, you will get the same conclusion. Let's go to C1. Describe one way in which Juliet could improve the reliability of her investigation. Reliability means the result won't change over time and the result is repeatable. We can test, retest the participants, or you could say use the parallel test, or you could say increase the sample size. C2, describe one criticism that can be made about the validity of Juliet investigation. Validity means you need to talk about the content, like annual income. You could say the annual income might include external source. Or you could say happiness is hard to measure, or it cannot be quantified. Or you could say samples might be biased.